It's really, really good to have you. So if it's your first time here tonight, I am a nerd for really good replays, okay? So just so you know, we're going to have a couple pauses. I call them made-for-TV pauses, and those are to make sure we get a good recording for you guys. So just so you know that that's coming. Right now, you should be seeing the Facebook group. Can everybody see the Facebook group up on the screen before we get started? Just give me a yes if that's there and you can see it. Then we're going to explain a little bit more about what this is all about, and what we're doing, and what our goals are here. Okay, good. So everybody can see it. We're coming through. Good, 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 good. Okay, so we do a little bit of a flip-flop here, and I want to explain kind of how this works. And we've just really gotten into doing this because it's going to be a much, much more important. Diane says she's waiting for access to the Facebook group. Diane, all I need you to do is, have you requested already? Let me look and see if I can find you this box. I might be able to do it right now, Diane. You never know. Diane Hill. Diane, look at that. Bam. Diane's in. Diane, now you're in. All right, cool. So basically this is how it works, guys. What basically happens is this. Every week we flip-flop our calls. So one week I'm going to be extremely focused on Facebook ads. Okay, so one week extremely focused on Facebook ads, and that's where I'm really going to be pouring in our effort, is really taking a look at your Facebook ads, whatever niche you're in, and helping you dial those ads in. Okay, so that's what we do one week. The next week is what we're doing this week, actually, which is you're going to show me basically a niche, which you guys have done very, very well with, and with that particular niche, we've got a lot of suggestions of what we're going to do. And we're going to pick one of those niches, and I'm actually going to help you build a funnel live on the call. So does everybody kind of understand what this is all about? It's a very simple concept, but extremely powerful, because every week we're either tweaking ads or we're building funnels. Makes sense, right? Like, nothing crazy about it, but I think it's one of the most valuable masterminds actually out there today. And the reason is because if you can build a good funnel and you can drive traffic to it with an ad, is there anything you guys can't do? I mean, like, think about that. Really think about that for a second. If you can build a good funnel and you can drive traffic to it with an ad, you're pretty much set. Like, nobody can touch you. So that's what we've got. That's what we do inside the mastermind. And like I said, inside the live mastermind, if it's your first time here, feel free to ask questions. Tag me, tag any of the other group, and I will make sure we get you taken care of. This is not the kind of mastermind that you ask a question and you never get an answer. If you're not getting an answer, something's wrong. How many of you have asked me a question in the last couple of days and we're kind of blown away by how quickly either I or my staff has jumped on your question? Yeah, we kind of pride ourselves in that. And the only time you're going to not get me is when I'm out on vacation or something, but you will still get my staff and the rest of the mastermind group too. So just making sure you guys know, I'm not the kind of person that sells and doesn't hang around, because you guys are going to be the ones that are talking good about me behind my back, which is kind of a big deal to me. Okay, so all right, so guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump into our funnel call here in just a second. But before we do that, I've got to take a short pause so that we can start the actual recording. So we're going to take a short pause here. We're going to be about 10 seconds long, and then I'll be right back, and we're going to start the recording. All right, I'll see you in about 10 seconds. All righty, Dr. Ben Atkins here, and welcome to the Fearless Social Funnel Call. Just excited to have you on this lovely Monday, and today we're going to look at what we've got inside of our suggestions. As you guys remember, we have a niche submission area. So this is the area that inside of the Facebook group, you guys submitted the niches you want us to go after, and randomly before the call, I actually went through and picked one of these. So just so you know, these actually came from your suggestions. Now, here's my suggestion to you, okay? Here's my suggestion to you. This is it. When you see this funnel, don't just think, well, Ben covered this week and it wasn't mine. So this week, shoot, I just have to not pay attention. This is all about when you see someone else's funnel, I guarantee you, you're going to get some light bulb moments, even if you're not in their niche, because these funnels are designed to work in several different places, but even if they don't translate directly, I guarantee you'll walk out with one thing that will make you a ton of money. Most of the time, these little ideas that you'll get out of this are the kinds of things that turn into $100,000 years just from one simple idea. Adds an extra $100,000 to your bottom line if you're putting it into action. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're ready to do. If you guys are ready to go, just say yes in the box, and I'm going to get started this week with our actual call. Okay, with our actual call. Now, good. Lots of yeses coming through in the box. Lots of good stuff. Awesome. So this week I decided to pick a hard one. Okay, I decided to pick a hard one because this is something that is a very limited buyer cycle. Like, how many of you know that a lot of these funnels, it's evergreen, and when you put the person on your list, you can continue to market them for a long time. That's easy, right? Like, if I can put someone on a list and market to them for the rest of the year and keep selling them stuff, that's pretty easy, correct? Do you guys agree? I can keep selling them stuff over and over and over again. That's not the hardest thing in the world. But what about a limited life cycle type customer? That's where you get them into a funnel and you have to convert them extremely quickly. That's the kind of thing that's a lot more difficult, a lot more high level, and the kind of thing that I, to be real honest with you, would not talk to just anyone about. But with this group, I think it's really important that you understand how to convert someone fast and how to convert someone on a high ticket type item. That's what we're looking for. Is if you've got an item that's $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, how do you put someone into a funnel and convert them very, very quickly? Yeah, right? Like, that's something that I think everybody, no matter what you sell out there, can benefit from. So today, I picked real estate. Does everybody, how many people work in the real estate niche, or you have clients in the real estate niche? Feel free to throw it out there and let me know if you are in that particular sector. If not, how many of you could potentially have clients in that sector? Okay? Good. So there we go. There we go. Okay? So here's the thing. Even if you don't have clients in the real estate sector this evening, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to this particular type of funnel, because this is the type of funnel that if we don't convert this prospect quickly, what happens? What happens if we don't convert this prospect extremely quickly? You're right. If we don't convert them really fast, they are gone. And they're not gone in the sense as, oh, I'm just going to go look around some more. They are gone because they are spending their money fast. Okay? So tonight what we're going to do is, business owner is our real estate agent. Okay? And we want to get leads for this real estate agent and close this person fast. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Okay? So if you guys are ready to go, are you ready to go? Ready to start building this funnel live? Like I said, this is completely unscripted. We're going to do this together. The only thing I had scripted was I had picked the niche. That's it. Okay. We got the niche picked, and we're ready to jump in. So, real estate funnel. Now, guys, when someone is interested in buying a house, this is the question that I want to put in front of you, because we're going to actually build this together. When they're interested in buying a house, what are the things that are really important to them? What are some things that are information-based that are extremely, extremely important to them? What do you think? What are some things that really stick with these folks? Location, school district, school zones, size of the house, how much, school district, closing process. There we go. Good. Okay, let's think about this. If I was moving into the St. Louis area, let's say I was moving into the St. Louis area and I was actually moving somewhat inside of the city, what are some things that I would need to know? Crime rates, transport options, good. So here's what I suggest to you guys for our opt-in. How many of you realized we were going to be doing an opt-in? Good. Very, very good. How many of you realize that we're probably doing a specialized opt-in for our real estate agents, not just a straight email address and name. We're doing a specialized opt-in. Here's the key. What do you think is one of the most important things that we get inside of this opt-in? What do we have to have if we're wanting to close this deal fast? Remember, speed is the key with this particular funnel. What is something that we want? A phone number. There you go. Why do we want a phone number so desperately with this particular funnel? What do you think? Because what are they telling us as soon as they opt in this package? What are they telling us when they opt in for this package? They're interested and they're looking for a house in the area, correct? So are we going to be targeting all over the country with this? Or are we targeting just in the area that our agent has a house ready to go? We're just going to be targeting for the area that our agent has the houses ready to go. So can we be very specialized with the kinds of information that we're going to give for that opt-in? What do you think? Good. Let me ask you something else, because this is also important to realize. Are most agents very good person to person? Meaning, are they good with dealing with the public? They better be. They better be, otherwise they're going to be going out of business. So what are the assets that we have at our disposal? One thing is we have someone who is cool with having their picture taken. They're cool with standing in front of someone and talking. They are salespeople to the core. So what is something that we might use as our advantage on this opt-in page? Video. Why in God's name are we using video hardcore? Photo if we can't do video. But if we're doing a video, why? We're doing a video because we have to bond fast. We have to bond fast. Okay? We're trying to bond with these people. So with video, what are the things that the person on video is going to say? And first, we have to talk about what this opt-in contains. So I'm going to do actually a separate here. Opt-in contains, or actually opt-in payoff contains. And I'm going to give you guys some good things that we can actually put as this opt-in. And then we're going to get back into what we say in the video. So first things first, guys, what is something that we want to give away? We want to give away a school district map. Would you guys agree that that's important for a lot of the people that are going to be moving in, is a map of the school districts and where these houses fall inside of these school districts? Not bad, right? Like, not too shabby. That's something that we definitely need. How about this? Something like the top 10 things you must do before you buy a new house in, let's just say city name, shall we? You think that could be a pretty damn good report? Pretty good report? We're building a package here. We're not even kidding around. What is the goal for this package of things that we're about to give them? It's we want them to be interested in something. We want them to be interested in something. What's some other stuff that we could put in this package that would be very good? Very, very good. Let me see if I can actually zoom this for you guys so you can see it a little better. A little better? So what else can we do here? It depends on the location, doesn't it? It absolutely depends on the location. And there's different things that people would move to different places for, but you got to understand. And we're not targeting, Danette, we're not doing the ad this week. We're not targeting people from this area. Just stick with me, okay? So entertainment. Top 10 local entertainment spots. That's important. How about this? We call this an emergency sheet. Not bad, right? Okay, what else could we give away? Top restaurants. Let's give one more that's a little bit hardcore. Top 10 things you need to know when getting your next home loan. What else? What else could we possibly put together? Local taxes. Local tax info sheet. Now let me ask you guys, the last time you all moved, how amazing would it have been to had this stuff in front of you? How many of you, your life would have been made infinitely easier had you had this stuff in front of you? Let's do local hospitals, churches. How many of you wish there was a real estate agent out there that when you had moved to the town that you moved to right now, there had been a real estate agent out there that had this package put together that you could have gotten this package before you ever talked to any real estate agent? Pretty non-committal, right? You could have gone in, you could have put in your name, your phone number, and your email address, and you could have got this list of things. And I know everybody can still think of a bunch of other stuff that we could put in this package, but how many of you would have been blown away had someone provided this for you and probably would have opted in? Like, look at the information that you just got to someone. Look at the information you just got to someone. And everybody listen, I know we could add more stuff here, but does everybody understand what I'm trying to do? Does everybody understand what I'm trying to do here? Yes. Good. What am I trying to do? I am trying to make sure we give so much useful stuff to someone who may be getting ready to move that they feel extremely appreciative. Because what are we going to do the next day after they opt in for this? This is what we do. This is the next day. So the next day, our agent, the person that we've got set up, is going to call them on the phone, and they're going to say, "Hey, listen, I saw that you got the move-in package, that you opted in for it. All I did was I called to see if you had any questions about any of the stuff that you downloaded, or if you needed any help with anything. I pretty well know the area. I would love to help you basically find your new house if you need any help. Is there anything I can help you with?" How many of you think that that right there would be a successful funnel for us if we just stop there? How many of you think that we would kill it right there? Like, that is enough to go over the top, and it's enough to make someone use you as an agent, a real estate agent, instead of everyone else. Now, what's the beautiful part about this? Is there a whole lot of work for our agent? Is there a whole lot of work for our agent? Our hero agent here, is there a lot of work for them to do once we get this set up one time? Once we get this set up one time. And they already know this stuff. What's cool is you go in and you interview your agent, and they can give you most of this stuff, and you can put it together for them, charge them a very high fee to put this together one time, and now you've got the funnel set up in place, and you just instruct them how to do this. Because once you have it created digitally, what happens? Do you ever have to create it again? How many of you are already blown away by this funnel and you feel like it's so simple, Ben? It's so stinking simple. We just put together an opt-in page, we collect the phone number, we make the agent call. It's stupid, stupid easy. Okay, who's ready to take it to the next level, though? I'm not going to leave it here. I mean, obviously. Not going to leave it here. Okay? So, and Lynn says she just came up with the idea. Great for her to use with authors. Awesome. Love it. So, what is the other possible outcome if they don't pick up the phone? What could happen if they don't pick up the phone? Lynn said she thought of something for authors, and she didn't tell me what it was yet, but I know she's thinking some stuff up. So what's the next thing that could possibly happen? They either answer and convert, answer and no convert, or what? Or they don't answer. Did I cover pretty much every possibility that could happen here? So, a couple things. Leave voicemail for callback. Now, I know this sounds very basic, guys, but if I don't give you the whole funnel, then I'm not doing a service to you, and I want to make sure I give you the whole funnel here. So you're going to leave a voicemail for callback, but we're also going to market to them with what? Our email sequence. Now, what does this email sequence entail? What does this email sequence entail? What do you think this email sequence is all about? Because you guys are thinking, holy crap, we've got to like write more stuff. Look at all this crap over here that we wrote, we got ready, and we got to go write an email sequence for more stuff. Would you guys like to know how to write this email sequence very, very easily? Here's what we do. Message 1. Here's what the message is. Remind them about something in the package. So that message is going to be what? Yeah, you can. Yeah, Carol, I'll make sure you guys get this mind map and this replay. We'll have it uploaded inside of the actual membership site. So don't worry about that. It'll be there, and you can go back and get everything, okay? So message 1, we're going to remind them about something in the package. So you guys are going to put together an email that basically says, hey, this is, and it's the name of the agent, okay? The name of the agent. And then we're, yeah, Nicole, go ahead and hit up the help desk, and Alicia and Brad will get you, or just Facebook thing, and we'll get you taken care of. So this is going to be message 1. We're going to say, hey, this is in the name of your agent. I just wanted to make sure that you got your package. Remember, inside of the package, you've got the top 10 things you must do before you can buy a house in this city. Now, what I want you to pay special attention to is number 7. It's my favorite Italian restaurant, and I would absolutely love to take you out there sometime, especially if we get to go out and look at houses someday, and I can help you with that. Did you see what we just did? Did you see what we just did? Number 1, we bonded because now they have a piece of personal information on us. That's our favorite restaurant. Number 2, we invited them out to dinner, and we suggested that, hey, we go look at houses too. Number 3, which is extremely big, number 3 is we made it so we reminded them of the package that we sent them in the original setup. This goes out a day after, by the way, a day or 2 after. That's what I would do. If we're calling a day after, I would send this out on day 2. Okay? Now, the next thing you need to put in that email is basically this. By the way, if you have any questions for me, call me here. If you've not looked at the welcome package that was sent to you, then click this link and give them a link to the welcome package, which is the thank you page with all that stuff over here on it. Everybody got that? Everybody follow me how easy that was? Yeah, not hard, right? What's message number 2, you think? What are we doing in message number 2? Remind again. Remind again. So we're going to pick out something like in the top 10 local entertainment spots. It's almost an identical message you keep inviting them to do things with you or telling them something personal that you like on these sheets. Keep talking about the things you've got. So, same thing. We got a message 3 that we're going to send out on day 4. We got a message 4. You guys getting kind of what we're doing here? What is the whole point of this? What is the whole point of this? The whole point is this, is you keep in front of them the whole time. Now, what happens if they answer and they don't convert? What happens if they answer and don't convert? If they don't convert right away, remember, we still have our email sequence that's working them the whole time. So if we call back in 5 days and now we talk to them about maybe showing them some houses, are we a little bit warmer than we were on day 1? What do you think? Are we a little bit warmer than we were on day 1 now that we've gone through this entire process? We absolutely are. They know our name more. They know that we know a ton about the city. We know a ton about houses. You know, when you're going through, talk about the top 10 things you need to know. Cite 1 tip in your emails. And that way, when you come back around, not only do you know a lot about the city, but your agent knows a lot about buying houses, which that's what you want. When you have a real estate agent, you want someone that's going to fight for your price, someone that knows all the things that you need to do. You want to have your hand held. Do you agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? Pretty simple, right? And now they should be impressed, exactly, Carol. Now they should be impressed with the professionalism of the agent. Now let me ask you guys something. I like keeping these funnels pretty simple. Is this just about everything we need to do to beat every other agent out there? Is this just about enough that we can beat every other agent out there and show up every one of these agents in a very big way? Yes or no? Give me a yes or no in the box. Good. Okay. Let me, thanks, Carla. Let me ask you this. Eric says I'm not an agent. Eric, this is for if you have an agent as a client, okay? It's not for you. I understand that. Let me ask you this, though. Let's say you don't work in real estate and you don't have real estate agents as your clients, okay? So what would you do? What would you do? Do you think that this works with car dealerships? Do you think that this works with all kinds of other businesses? Do you think that high ticket, need to get to the sale quickly, this works? What about mattress stores? What about things that people want now, they need them quickly, and this does the trick? That's what I'm trying to get across. Not only does this funnel work in real estate, but anything that's high ticket, which means it's a high demand for the agent or the salesperson's time, it works with. And it also works very, very well if you need to make a sale quickly, meaning they are going to buy something fast. You have a very limited amount of time to make sure that they believe that your client or you is the one that needs to kill it. Okay? Now, Eric says, but I don't know what they know. Well, here's the cool thing. Eric, do you think that we create this, or do you think that we ask questions from our potential client to build this? Like, you don't need to be building these, guys. You need to have your client build this. But the thing is Eric, this was a good question from Eric. Eric, if I say the top 10 things you must do in the city before you buy a new house, and I ask the real estate agent that, can they pretty quickly give me those top 10 things, or within a couple days give me those top 10 things, and then I can put them into a PDF for them and put them on a download page? Yes. If I say the top 10 local entertainment spots, they can pretty much tell me that, right? And you want this to be personal to the agent, because It's a personal thing that they're going to be doing when they do these callbacks. Okay? Do you understand how you work with the agent to build this? Well, let me ask you something from a local marketer perspective. What happens if you walk into a business and this is what you're building for the client? How do they view you if you're building all this content for them to go along with this funnel? Are you immediately branded as someone who actually knows what they're talking about and not just like everybody else out there who's selling a simple commodity that anybody can sell? Yes. Let me ask you guys something. With all this stuff, is it really a lot more work for you? The answer is really no. Because once you set up a funnel like this once, can you template it and keep creating it over and over and over and over again? Yeah. What would you charge to set up this funnel? Lynn, to set up this funnel depends on the market, but I'm charging anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 at the very least just to set this up and work with them to set it up for them. And then I'm charging a monthly fee of $300 plus to do this, without a doubt. Without a doubt, $300 plus. Make sense? Setup fee once again. Oh, and I'll get to traffic generation in just a second. Setup fee for this, once again, I would charge $1,000 to $2,000 at the very least, and then I would charge at least $300 a month to run this. Yep, and I would actually buy them an autoresponder and include it in the fee, which is going to be about $19, $20 a month. What do I do for the monthly fee? Guess what I do? I click a button that turns the traffic on, and then I click a button to turn the traffic off. Once you've got the funnel and the stuff in place, that's all you need to do, right? I mean, like, is there anything else you really need to do other than to call your client and see how things are going? This is how real offline businesses work, by the way. You do a lot of work on the front end, you build your templates, and you transfer your templates from client to client, and then your job becomes clicking a button to turn the traffic on and calling your clients and making sure they're happy. By the way, can you train a staff member to do those things? Danette's got a very good question. Danette's got a question, and maybe you guys were all thinking this. Danette says, do you have to manually go in and remove people from the autoresponder if they convert? What do you guys think? Do you guys think I waste my time converting people from the autoresponder or pulling people out of the autoresponder? No. What happens when they convert? You just tell your real estate agent, hey, you may be getting a few more emails from me. They're automated. I'd love to take you out to dinner anyway, even though it's going to ask you. But there you go. The good tips keep coming. It doesn't matter. The person that you already converted is your friend, and the agent can say, you're going to get some more emails from me. Those are good emails, but don't worry about them. Don't worry about being perfect with pulling people out of an autoresponder. Nobody cares. That's the key. That's the key. Nicole, yeah, I write the copy for them. Would you guys like to know how to do the copy for this on the video? Real quick. You guys are going to be pissed when I tell you this because it's way simpler than what you thought. And then I'll tell you how to run the traffic to it too. All right, so here's how you write the copy. It's old school John Carlton, Frank Kern stuff. The video is basically this. This is who I am, which is your agent. This is who I am. This is what I've got. I've got the St. Louis move-in pack, and this is what it gives you: school district maps, top 10 things, top local cities, emergency street numbers, top restaurants. This is why it's good for you, because now you will be completely prepared for everything you need to know when you move in or when you buy your house before you take that step. And this is what you do next. You put your information below, and then you get the stuff for free. So once again, let me repeat that without the examples. This is who I am. This is what I've got for you. This is why you need it. This is what you do next. That's it. That's the video that you do. By the way, if you're not doing a video and you're just writing out copy, what do you think you do? This is who I am. This is what I've got for you. This is why you need it. and this is what you do next, which is your call to action. Is that hard? Some of you will try to make it harder than it is, but don't, okay? Don't. That's it. That's it. That's all there is to it. All there is to it. Now, how do we get traffic to the front end of this funnel? Who was wondering that? What would be, let's run through some really quick things here. What would be a really good way for us to do it with Facebook? With Facebook. Ads, of course ads, but I need more specific than ads. How do we segment people that possibly could be moving into a new area? Are there certain companies that are always hiring, that have giant Facebook pages? Yep, you can target their people. What else? What else? Who else would we target? Who else would we target? What is something that people do when they're moving to a new area? What do they go on Facebook and look around? What do they go on Google? My big thing is, I know this is kind of a Facebook group, but if we're doing real estate honestly, are we doing Google or Facebook first, ad-wise? What do you think? Google or Facebook first if we're doing real estate? Google all the way. Google all the way. Why? Because when you're buying a new house, where are you going first? I'm searching the web. What am I searching the web for? If I'm on Google, what am I searching the web for? Keep it simple. Think like someone about to buy a house. I type in homes for sale in and in the location. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Homes for sale in or houses for sale in and in the location. So if we bought our ad, do you think if we put up an ad on Google for homes for sale, blah, 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 and we put the top 10 things you need to know before you move into, we might get some clicks? Okay? So I'm going to put number 2, Facebook ads. Number 1, by a landslide, Google AdWords. Now, what else is a really good way for us to do this? How much will they be, the ads? They're probably pretty competitive. They are, but is our potential return on investment very high? Yeah, it is. If the ads get out of hand, you pass that on to your client. It's as simple as that. Because their ROI is huge. It's different in every industry with everything you go after, but that's what we're doing. Everybody understand what we did tonight? Is this complicated? Really? I mean, is this complicated? If you focused yourself on this for 1 week, could you guys set this up and blow it out of the water and set up? Yeah, absolutely. The real estate industry is broadly using a pay-per-lead model. Is there anything about this that's against the pay-per-lead model, that you could absolutely turn this into pay-per-lead right away? With one simple tweak, do you turn this into pay-per-lead? What do you think? Absolutely. We can use tracking numbers, but also you guys, if you're taking the numbers in yourself, you can basically create a deal with someone that says everything that comes down through this funnel is a new lead. Tricks with traffic, Andy. Andy is asking for more tricks with traffic. Andy, my advice to you is don't get fancy with traffic, okay? Where are people searching? Where are the hungry people? Where's the hungry audience that we're after? Where are they? Are they on Google looking, Googling real estate in this area? What do you think? That's where they're at. That's where they're at. They are on Google already and they're searching. They're on Google already and they're searching. So where do we want to put the bulk of our spend at? We want to do it with Google. That's it. I could tell you a bunch of tricks. I could tell you a bunch of different things that you can do, but it's going to circle you around something that is not important. I can tell you about retargeting on this. Retargeting is a great thing. But let me ask you something. Do we need to even worry about retargeting until we get the funnel set up? Roxanne, Google AdWords lessons are where? Roxanne, let me tell you what I believe about Google AdWords. Go in and just set up your first AdWords and screw it up. Like, you don't need a lot of training on AdWords. You don't need a lot of tricks. Just go bid on a keyword and see what you do. It's like Facebook. I can teach you guys Facebook all day, but guess what? You don't really know how to use Facebook ads until what? Until you go in there yourself and you screw it up. Yeah, Nicole says get Joel's book on Google AdSense. It'll help you too. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, so I'm going to start taking a couple questions before we got about 15 minutes left. Did you guys learn something tonight before we get into questions? And I'm sorry that last question I missed, the one that with QQQ. Please throw it in there. Did you guys pick up some good stuff tonight? And let me ask you, how many of you are excited to see where we go with all this? Because listen, I got a bunch more good stuff for you guys. There is no mastermind out there like this, and I'm extremely proud of what we've got together here. And listen, this is not me just building this. You guys built this too. That's why we have what I call a true mastermind. Okay, so how many of you would like to know where the replay will be posted? Good stuff. Tomorrow, the replay will be posted inside of the actual membership area, okay? We will also post a link in the Facebook group, but in the membership area, anytime you want to catch any of this stuff, go to the membership area, sign in, and you're going to see it inside. It's on the right side. You'll see a list of trainings and a list of the archive. Click on the archive, and you'll be there. Tommy, I would just go to a squeeze page. I wouldn't even go through the social to start. Why is social not important in the real estate as much, guys? Why are we not taking them through like a Connect Reveal funnel? And listen, I own Connect Reveal. I should be pushing it, right? Why would we not be going through a Connect Reveal funnel? Because socially, it doesn't make sense. If we share this funnel with a bunch of their friends, probably a lot of their friends, they're not going to be ready to buy a house yet. So it makes no sense for us to do that. Now, you might get lucky occasionally, but I would much rather get their phone number than take them through a Connect Reveal. Hopefully that makes sense, Tommy. How much are you budgeting for Google Ads before you charge the client? That's a great question, Dave. Dave, every area is a little bit different. My thing is I would tell the client we're going to spend this amount this month, so $100, $200. It'll be passed on to you, and this is our budget. If we need to up it or down it, we'll talk about that later, but this is what we're going to run to see how we do for you. Clients are cool with that. Okay? Dave, I don't have any templates. The point is this particular email sequence is all about referring back to the original setup and asking them to call you to set up something. That's it. Like, you don't need a template for that. It's all about referring back to this stuff that they got originally, giving them the link to go back and check it out, telling them some personal stuff about you, and going from there. Devin says, do you recommend building a full site? No, Devin, I just want a squeeze page. That's all I want. I want one squeeze page. I want a Google ad or a Facebook ad pointing at that one squeeze page. That's it. I use lead pages, by the way. That's the bulk of my squeeze pages are lead pages. Okay. Monty says, for those of you to providing the service, the pay-per-click services that set up and manage these campaigns are charging $750 a month. Exactly, without the sales funnel. So you can charge a lot more than what we said today. I'm giving you the bare minimum. Okay. Is real estate a sales funnel that you're actively pursuing with this method? How do you manage negotiation with the agents? Call me crazy. I walk in and say, this is awesome, and this is what we're doing. If this sounds like something you'd like to do, we should talk. If not, it's nice knowing you. I'm kind of at the stage in my business where I don't need anyone else's business, so it's much easier for me to get business. Does that make sense, Dave? Like, Dave, I don't chase anybody. I show them the magic trick, and if they want to be a part of the magic trick, we say, this is how much it costs. I don't fuck around with people who don't see the magic trick and how well it works. I'm perfectly fine with someone staying in their own little world, and that's why I get more business, I think. If they see this funnel, guys, and they see an example of this funnel, build an example for them. If they see an example of this funnel, they're going to want it. So there you go. How do you compile the data? This is a really good question. Diane, thanks. How do you compile the data and send it to them? Diane, I have it set up on an autoresponder that will actually send, or not an autoresponder, that's a bad term for it. I have an email notification that sends directly to the agent every time someone fills it in. And you can do that with most of these setups, by the way. So that's what I do, Diane. As soon as someone fills out the form, the agent gets an email instantly. So the agent gets an email that basically has the phone number and the name of the potential client. So it's all on them. So every day they just get new leads. I do use Optimized Press too, by the way. Andy says, can you put a node for what you would do in that video? Yeah, let me, real quick. Here we go. Opt-in video content. Who you are. What you've got for them. Why they need it. What they need to do to get it, which is the call to action. Question is, Nicole, how about attaching a survey for the agent to give to the potential customers as a pop-up? Why do I want a survey right away? I would do it, Nicole. I don't mind putting a survey on the other side of the opt-in. That's the key. Is I want the opt-in to be extremely simple. If I can get them through the opt-in and then put a survey in front of them, totally cool with that. I like the idea of a survey, but I want that opt-in before I do. I don't want to put up a survey on the front if I can help it, unless it's a really well-designed survey. Let me keep going. I'm looking, guys. Hang on. We can leave the opt-in pages on lead pages, right? Yeah, the real key is phone numbers. Getting phone numbers, you may have to actually do some special things with these that lead pages out of the gate won't do. You can do with your autoresponder if you do certain things. Another great plugin, because I think you guys should know this, another great plugin is something we call Gravity Forms. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Gravity Forms, but Gravity Forms is you can actually put people into an autoresponder after they fill out this form. so you can attach it to your autoresponder, but it'll allow you to build forms out very, very easily where people can fill out their information. So that's something, anytime we need special fields, a lot of times I use Gravity Forms to build those. So there you go. Let's see here. If you guys have anything that was not related to tonight's call, but you need to know how to get traffic to a certain niche, you need an ad question, what we're going to be doing is as soon as we get off this call tonight, within the next day, Alicia's going to have something inside of the Facebook group. Instead of this post, it'll be about the next call. Okay, so it'll be about the next call and you can submit your ads. She'll have some rules to submit your ads there. So if you've got an ad question, put it on for next week's call. If you have anything else, feel free to post it inside of the Facebook group down through here, and we will get those things answered for you extremely quickly. Okay? Carol, almost the same as the video would be the that. It's not a standard WP plugin. It's a private plugin. It's not cheap, but it's awesome. That's all I can say. And I don't own it, so I feel fine saying it's awesome. Of course, if I owned it, I'd feel fine saying it was awesome too. So I guess that doesn't matter. But there you go. There you go. All right, guys. If you all have any other questions, I am inside the mastermind. I'm looking for your questions. Tag me in the post. Let me know that you got something for me. Did you guys have fun tonight? Did you learn some stuff? Was this the level of quality that you guys were looking for? Because like I said, we bring the heat in here like no other. Absolutely bring the heat in here like no other. There's no other mastermind out there, and I'm very proud to say that. And I'm excited for you all here. If this was your first time here tonight and you're excited for what's to come, give me a yes in the box. I try to keep it as simple as possible, but the simplicity is powerful. It's very, very powerful. Good stuff. All right, so here pretty soon, I'm going to have this down as a PDF so you guys can download it, and we'll also have a replay of this call. Those things will probably be up tomorrow morning where you guys can take a look at those. You guys rock. Thank you for being here. I enjoyed hanging out with you. We're going to do our ads call next week. Get excited for that. Make sure that you post up your ads so we can tweak those, because that's where we're going to figure out, like, that's how we're going to say, hey, I got this real estate funnel built now. Ben, how do I drive traffic from Facebook? And as long as you have an ad set up that we can tweak off of, we will help you dial in your ads. That's coming up next week. Guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions, hit me up in the Facebook group. I had a blast. Hope you had a blast. Have a great week. I will see you next Monday, same time, same channel. And, yeah, I'll see you then.